Hey everybody, welcome back to JDL Threads. It's Tracy again, and here as promised, I'm going to be embroidering my Betty Boop design onto this Christmas stocking for you that I just got at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be putting Betty Boop here on the red part of the stocking, and then also I'll be putting my name in the top part of the stocking as well. So what I'm going to be using today is my Mighty Hoop, my 4x13 inch Mighty Hoops that I just got in the mail. That's going to fit in there really nicely, as you can see, so that that design is going to go right in between the middle of that hoop. Now what I did have to do is I had to open up my stocking because I didn't want to take any chances of the hoop pulling against the middle bar on the Ricoma MT1501, the bottom of the machine where the rest of the fabric goes under the bar. And I didn't want to take the chance of having any registration issues. So I just took my seam ripper and I just opened up the stocking so that I can stitch the design on the top. And then once I'm done embroidering my design, I'm just going to flip it back inside out, sew it back together, and turn it back right side out for you so that we will have a completed, beautiful Betty Boop Christmas stocking. So first step is, like stated, I did go ahead and use my seam ripper to open it up so that we're going to put our 4x13 mighty inch 4x13 mighty hoop inside of our stocking, and it's usually a 1/2 inch here from the top of the frame where it's going to embroider down. So we want to start it like a little bit lower, probably somewhere here. So I'm going to just push my frame down a little bit to the end of the stocking here, so that way the 2 inches or the 1/2 inch can start a little bit lower. Okay, so we've got the bottom part open and we've got this part nice and straight, and we're going to take our cutaway stabilizer and we're going to put it in between our bottom mighty hoop frame like so. We're going to lay our top fabric back over that mighty hoop. And mighty hoops are so great, guys, because again, like I stated, I don't have to fight with it turning that little screw. All I'm going to do is just snap it down and it's going to catch. Bam! Like so. Did you see that? And then we have the bottom part that's left open so that it can slide underneath so that it doesn't get sewed to the back part of the Christmas stocking. Now, guys, if you're enjoying my videos, please like, share, and subscribe for me, as it does help my channel out. Please like, share, and subscribe. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and head over to my embroidery machine, and we're going to go ahead and get this Betty Boop embroidery design stitched out on our mighty hoop frame. All right, everybody, sorry about that brief pause. So what I did was I went ahead and changed hoops from the bigger hoop that I had. I believe I said that was the 5x13. The 4.5x13. I changed it out to this 5x10 mighty hoop because it's a little bit smaller, so that I wouldn't have to change out these embroidery arms to make it wider so the bigger hoop can fit in there. So I just used a smaller hoop, a 5x10 horizontal mighty hoop. Also serves the same purpose as the 4x13. It's just a little bit smaller, but it is a little bit wider here. So what I did, because when I cut the stabilizer to fit the other hoop, it was a little bit smaller and it did fit all the way through. This one is a little bit wider, so the stabilizer is a little bit smaller. If you guys did get all that, just the stabilizer is a little bit smaller than the hoop. So to keep it from moving around, I just put these 4 pins in the corners so that it can help keep that stabilizer in place. I did turn my Betty Boop design horizontal. Instead of stitching it out vertical, we're going to stitch it out horizontal. So it stitches sideways, since that's the way that this hoop is sitting into the Ricoma MT1501. And again, remember that I did go ahead and I pinned the sides out of the way so that they don't get sewn to the bottom of the embroidery arm down there. So my design is already into the embroidery machine, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and hit escape to set it in. I'm going to do a trace to make sure that everything fits into my hoop, and it'll enter it into the embroidery status to see where it's going to start stitching at. And it is a little bit low here. It wants to start here, which, because I'm not using other on my embroidery hoop frame sizes, I'm just leaving it on the size D embroidery hoop, because the width and dimensions on this hoop is similar to the size D. I was going to try to move it up a little bit, but it's not going to let me do that because my traditional hoops are round, and it's all the way, the design is all the way to the left of that hoop, so I can't really push it up anymore. So I think that'll be fine, where it's going to start about right here. Should be fine. I'm just doing my slow trace right now to make sure that the design does not hit the hoop. And then we're going to go ahead and get ready to stitch our design onto our Christmas stocking, you guys. I think I am going to push it a little bit down more towards this part of the hoop. Then we'll just have to do another trace to make sure it gets in the right change that we just put into the machine. And we're ready to go. Now what I'm also going to be using is this here Sulky water soluble stabilizer, also known as aqua topping on some of the channels, aqua topping or water soluble stabilizer, which I did get this from Joann's, but you can order it pretty much anywhere, off of Amazon, off of eBay, off of any of those other online sites. But this is just some extras that I've had from when I had my home sewing embroidery machine combo. And so we're just going to be using this. So I'm going to be taking a piece of the water soluble stabilizer, and I'm just going to sit it on top here, because this material is kind of fuzzy and we don't want the stitches to get lost into the fabric, and that'll keep that from happening. So we're going to go ahead and press start and stitch out our designs, and I'll show you what it looks like in the end, you guys. Oops, I forgot. when I was practicing on one of my applique letters, I had turned the machine on automatic manual, so that's why it stopped right now and it didn't continue to stitch onto the next color. So give me 1 second and let me go ahead and switch that over to automatic, and then we'll hit start again, and that'll continue on with the design. I forgot it. I'm always doing a lot of test stitching on a lot of things, and I just forgot that I had put the machine on automatic manual, and it's supposed to be on automatic so that it can keep going forever. away from these tails, you guys. You know me and these tails. Okay, you guys, and with that, our design is complete. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is do a little bit of cleanup of my stitches here and cleaning up on my back part of my Christmas stocking. And you guys, well, to tell you the truth, I'm not 100% satisfied with this design because I did go in and change some satin stitches to fill stitches and vice versa. And it looks like I got a little bit of registration issues and I didn't put things in front of the back and back to the front. So guys, I'm still learning on this like whole digitizing things. So will I say it was 100% fail? No, I won't say that. It wasn't 100% success either, but all we can do is try again, you guys, so that we can get the registration issues from these designs. And we just can do another attempt and make it better. That's all we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and do the cleanup for you. Get my name printed on the top. And I will be back to show you what it looks like completed once I sew it back together. And then in the future video, I'm going to redeem myself and I'm going to go ahead and fix these mistakes here, do it over, and I'll show you what that looks like. So again, thanks for watching. And I'll see you after the cleanup.